Good evening, everybody. I'm Gary, DeMoranville of Ghost Chasers Paranormal Research Society, affiliate of N.E.A.R, New England Anomalies Research, founders Keith and Sandra Johnson, and I am the founder of Ghost Chasers Paranormal Research Society. What I'm about to read tonight is a special treat in tribute to my friend Keith Johnson and Kyle Johnson and Sandra Johnson, and this is a poem by EDGAR Allen Poe. It is called The Raven. Once upon a midnight drilling, why I pondered weak and weary, were many a quaint and curious biome of forgotten lore. Why I nodded nearly, napping suddenly, became a tapping. As someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, nothing more. Distinctly I remember, as it was in a dark, bleak December, in each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books, surcease of sorrow for the lost N.E.A.R, nameless here evermore. In the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple certain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door." Some late visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating, then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, so gently came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, nothing more." Deep into the darkness, peering long I stood, the wandering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams of no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken. The stillness gave no token, and the only word there was spoken, whispered word, "Lenore." Then I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore," merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard tapping, somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window laress. Let me see. Then, what threat is in the mystery explore. Let my heart be still the moment in mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, and there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obedience made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but the mern of lord or lady perch above my chamber door, perched upon the palace just above my chamber door, perched and set, nothing more. Did the ebony bird burgling my sad fancy into smiling by the gay and the stern and dechrome of the countenance in war? Though the crest be shorn and shaven, thou I said, ah sure, no craven. Ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore, tell me what thy lordly name is on the nightly plantation shore? Quoth the raven, nevermore, nevermore. Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse in plainly thou. Its answer little meaning, little reverently. Oh my goodness. For we cannot help agreeing that no living being ever yet was blessed and seen a bird above his chamber door. Bird or beast upon the sculpture, but bust above the chamber door, with such name as nevermore. But the raven sitting lonely and placid bust spoke only one word, as if his soul in that one word he did appall. Nothing farther than he uttered, no feather he fluttered, till I scarcely more muttered, other friends flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. The bird said, nevermore, nevermore. Startled and stillness broken by reply so abruptly spoken, doubtless said I, what it utters is its only stock in store, caught from unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster through the songs of burden bore, till the digits of hope in mahogany burden bore of nevermore. But the ravens still beguiled all my fancy into smiling. Straight I wheeled and cushioned, seat in front a bird, and bust in door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking. Fancy until fancy, thinking of what the anomalous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly gunt, the anomalous bird of yore, meant in croaking, nevermore. Prophet, and I, thing of evil, prophet still, of bird and devil, whether tempter sent or whether tempest tossed, thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on the desert land enchanted. On this home, by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore, quote the raven, nevermore. Prophet said I, and of the devil, and of evil. Prophet still is the bird, or devil. By the heaven and the beds of us, by God we both adore. Tell us so, we sorrow laden. If within the distant Eden, it shall clasp, be Satan maiden, whom the angels name N.E.A.R. Clasped a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name N.E.A.R. Quote the raven, nevermore, nevermore. But the word of sign of pardon, the bird or fiend, I shrieked of starting, get back into the tempest. In the night, flutation shore. Leave me no black plum as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quit by the bus above my door. Take thy beak from my heart, and take thy form from my door, off my door. Quote the raven, nevermore, nevermore. And then the raven never flitted, flitting. Still is sitting on the pallid bus of palace, just above the chamber door. His eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming. The lamp light o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor. And all my soul out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. Tell me, was the raven a demon? Was he evil? Was he an omen? Only Allen Poe would know this. He wrote the poem, Nevermore, Nevermore. Good night, everyone.